I don't know how visible that's going to be, but I guess we're going to find out, right? All right, guys, here's what I got. I'm going to use a chainsaw, and I'm going to chainsaw carve an elk in this flat piece of red oak. And then the next piece I'm going to do, I got two owls over here in a nook. I'm planning on carving that too. But we're going to start with the elk and see if we can't carve this elk out. This will be the third time I've made the uh, same piece, and that's because the last two times I made it, I sold it, and I'm just getting around to catching that up. So we will make another one. Now I'll get the saw fired up and start cutting into that. A little bit of time. The piece is kind of long. I had a long piece out here at the end that I won't end up using that for anything, but I haven't started a saw one day either, so I don't know what that's going to be like. I'll tell you what it's going to be like. It's going to start. All right. Gotta have some hearing protection. Hey, Kat, how you doing? Doing good. How are you? Oh, not too bad. I just started a live stream, or I'd say hi. So, hi. All right, have fun. All right. So this is where it gets scary. I'm cutting in on this piece. The whole mouth, everything will crack off. It's a dried piece of red oak. Now it's cutting good for red oak. It's actually cutting pretty good, but it's like old barnwood. But the whole mouth, everything could chip off. We're gonna find out what happens though. It just is what it is. Anyway, help me out, folks. Hit that like button. Appreciate y'all being here. All right, we'll keep on going. off. That's good. But now we're getting ready to dig in and try to bring the mouth out of it. And you just never know what could happen. If it breaks, it breaks. I'll throw it away. I'll burn it. It doesn't matter. But in the meantime, we're just going to do the best we can. Try to bring this dude out. Hit the like if you haven't already. We keep right on rocking. Looks like we're getting them likes pretty fast. Heck yeah. It didn't chip off. That's what I was worried about, was the thing breaking. Can y'all see that pretty good there? It kind of looks like it to me. All right, we'll keep right on going. About these old dry hardwoods, you can make really nice stuff with them, but like they'll grab, and you got to be careful, you know, thinking it shot up all the way at the face. And it's not like I couldn't dig it out, but it's just the idea. I really don't want that kind of trouble. Anyhow. Good. I mean, that's a big deal. And I want to get my reliefed out pieces cut first, just in case something cracks, splits, cuts in half. If I can get this far with this piece and this piece and this piece, then I'm going to be in a home run stretch. So I'm not going to have any more trouble. Anyway, help me out. Y'all hit the like button. We appreciate you guys being here. Hopefully you can see that pretty good coming out. That's looking pretty good. Dig these antlers out and curve them. Not too bad. I'll tell you what, I was looking at it too, and it's got like a little bit of buck damage up through here, like termites or something. And I don't know, but it was on the side of a barn, so I don't know, that's where this piece comes from. It's pretty neat so far. hope that that thing doesn't crack and split in half. I think I'm going to get it. I think it's going to be all right. I mean, red oak's typically pretty good. And this piece is only, it's an inch. I'd say it's an inch, something like that. But it's hard, hard. Anyway, help me out. Hit that like button. Throw up to 31 already. And ain't even been on 12 minutes. You guys are awesome. About that. Very nice pieces. See how red that is? That's red. I mean, that's nice red oak. Okay. Now, if you can't see it, you're probably saying, that guy's crazy. It just looks like a stick to me. I don't know. You might be right. That's the heck of it. You might be. Time to dig them out a little bit at a time, but it's looking pretty good. I mean, I'm pretty happy with how it's coming out so far. We'll go ahead and dig this other piece of the antler out back down into here, but he's looking good. I mean, I'm really happy with him. This will be the third time I've made one of these. Hey, we're almost to 50 likes. Hit that like button. Appreciate you guys. guy to life, start giving him his hair and stuff. It just makes him look cool to bring him to life more. I'm going to bring it all the way down here to the edge, like he's hanging off of the wood. I'm gonna switch over to that John cutter for a little bit. I'll be honest with you, that just wears your arms out bad. So, you know, call me a sissy. I needed a break from the 8-pound saw. I'm so soft. Mask has gotta go. Fogging my glasses up. I can only do that thing so long. Now, I'm honest about it. I mean, after a while, I can't stand it. I mean, look at my glasses. I can't even see. All right. Heck yeah. Let's keep giving this guy some hair. Saw. It's like it's a top handle 511 knockoff. Most people would feel comfortable with picking this thing up and trying it because it's really, really light. It doesn't kick back, at least not with this bar and chain, but you know, it's an odd combination. But that said, this is something that about anybody could grab this, you know what I mean, and use it. I mean, I'm pretty sure my daughter could handle this one. what, at least that one, when it's out, it just shuts off. It don't drag it out or nothing. It's just out. Wait, I'll put that back in there and give him a nice eye socket. I can't wait to take the man paw burr and put that eye in there. I just think it'll look really cool when we get to that point. Heck yeah! Hey, we got some rubies already. Heck yeah, 75 likes, man. That's really, really awesome. Hit that like button. I appreciate you guys being here. You guys are very encouraging. Do here yet. I thought about maybe putting some lines to it, or I might sand it down smooth, but I just think it would look better like if I tried to make that look like wood. These pieces going around through there, and just put some lines to it to make it look like wood. I don't know. We'll see what happens, but let's keep digging these good so far. Not too bad. Not too good either, but it's not too bad. You know what I mean? Hey, we're getting close to 100 likes, and ain't even been under a half hour. Man, you guys are awesome. I don't care what your parents, I don't care what your mom said about you. You're good kids. All right. If you know, you know. But if you don't know, so what they call that, when I'm digging that out, there's different ways of relief carving, but it's all pretty much the same. When I cut these pieces out of here, that's a relief. When I raise these pieces up out of here, out of the piece, that's a relief. So this is called a relief carving, and they're pretty fun. I mean, I actually think relief carving is probably my favorite. And when I talk to other chainsaw carvers, they say the same thing. Just kicking around like in this area, what to do with that. And well, you know, one thing I can do is put lines to it and try to make it look like a piece of wood. I could leave it like it is. I mean, it wouldn't look terrible, you know, but it'd probably look a little better if I did something with it. And that's kind of what I'm thinking. We'll see. Let's just keep going. We'll get the horns cleaned up, and then we'll figure it out. Cracked in half now, I'd glue it back together. I've got too much work in it not to, right? I think it's gonna be all right. So I'm looking, and I'm just thinking as far as like getting this wood off, I can sand that with a flat disc and you know, kind of round it out and all that stuff. So really, other than I need to figure out what I'm going to do from here on out, it's pretty much flat disc and sanding work. But other than I got to figure out what I'm going to do with this, and I'm thinking I'm going to just put lines to it and try to make it look like wood. That's what I'm thinking. Let's do that. And it's pretty cool looking. I mean, definitely, and no longer than that tuck on top of that. just can't get with the chainsaw. I could do them with a burr. I probably won't though. I'll probably just leave it like that. I like that. That's starting to look pretty good. Let's get her finished. Think? I think other than I am sanding them horns down smooth, it ain't got much to do, but it'll be done. I don't know. This eye burr might be too big. Let's find out. Let's see. I know it's plugged in. You know, it's big, but whatever. Let's use it. There we go. Got a round eye. I see a few spots right there close to that antler that I need to try to clean up with the saw, like right through here, thin that out a little bit. Let's see what we can do. One of these, the last one I carved of these was only like 3 weeks ago, and I took it with me to that Winterfest, and I thought, man, I think somebody will buy that just like it is, and sure enough, they did. Fire to him, and I gotta tell y'all what's up next real quick. We're gonna do some owls and a nook, and it's not like I'm not very good at owls, but I'm not bad at owls either. They're cute, so we'll make one. We'll make it. I got it already drawn out. I gotta put it up here and check it to the thing next, and we'll do that. But let's burn this. Don't get too far ahead of myself, you know. If I don't get ahead, you don't get ahead, we don't get ahead, you know what I mean? Hey, we got 50 rupees. Heck yeah. because I like this color interior, you know. I think by the time I sand those antlers down, they'll pop on their own and look pretty good. But I'm not going to do that on the live stream. I want to do the. I just want to focus on chainsaw carving right now. So what do you guys think? Does that look pretty good? Not too bad, not too good. Got 120 likes out, or 119 likes out of it in 40 minutes. Hey, Tim Liss, what's going on? Billy Shoemate. Hey, Saeed, what's on, baby kisses? How you doing, my friend? Tim, hello. What's going on, Matthew? Hey, guys, I appreciate that. Do you guys know if DeLand is set up to have a show tonight? I did not see an advertisement. Did anybody else see it? I kind of like to know before I get too deep in here. Hey, Susie Q, what's going on? Does anybody know if DeLand is advertised who he's having on, or if he's even having a show today? I'm just curious. Here, let me get the drill. I can undrill that. Well, and you guys can let me know if you've seen anything or not. Let's see. Nobody said anything yet. Okay, well, I'll take a few screws out. I got 3 screws in it. Yep, that piece, by the time I sand those antlers, and it's got a lot of frills on the back, I got to clean up off of it too. But that's it. That's pretty good. Not too bad. Not too good. There's kind of the, try to fit it in the screen, you know. But that's the 3rd time I've made that type of carving. Let's see. Have not heard from DeLand. Okay, Baby Kisses is looking awesome. Okay, I will check back. And no, you haven't seen anything either, Billy? Well, a lot of times if he's not going to have a show, he lets you know. But he also, if he's having a show and he has guests, he lets you know who it's going to be. And that's what makes me think they might not be on tonight. And I'll tell you guys straight up, if he's not on, I'll keep going. I'll stay on here for as long as I can stand it. Unless you guys say somebody else is on, you'd rather watch it. So I'm okay with that too. Let's see. Anybody got anything? Posted no live. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. Have not heard, no live stream. Okay, so no live stream. Okay, he's not living. All right. Well, I guess I ain't going to be in no hurry then. That's the way it goes. I get it. He's a busy dude too. You know, our jobs. That's the thing. Our 9 to 5s. A lot of times they take the life out of you. And you just ain't got anything else to give. Believe me, I know. I know all about that. All right, so here we go. That's what I got drawn out. Just going to be a couple owls in here. And, yeah, somehow I'm going to cut this down. I'm not even sure how yet. But this will pretty much stay the same, other than I got to watch out for that, because I'm probably going to make it look like a down tree. But it's a little high, so I don't want to set it up so high that I have to stand on something to work on it. I mean, I could do that, but I did not fall on because I'm clumsy. Yes, it says a lot about being clumsy and dumb. It's a lot tougher. And I'm thinking that this is a thick piece. I mean, it's 2.5 inches probably, but I may dig that out all the way. I'm not sure. It's hard to say because a lot of times, like with these little horns, they might chip off or something like that. But I think it'd be cute. But I mean, if they're not on, if they ain't gonna be on, then nobody else is on. Let's see. I say that, and by 7, I might be so tired I can't keep going. I don't know. And I don't have anything else drawn out after this, so I'll just have to get down there and get a piece and make something happen. 132 likes. Heck yeah. All right, let's get on it. I'll tell you something. After carving that piece I just did, This is like carving. I can't believe it's not. I can't believe it's not butter. It's just like it's butter. Smells absolutely wonderful. It's white pine. White pine is just awesome to carve. Alright, I gotta put fuel in there. With that piece up there, you're gonna hear me, but you're not gonna see me. Which is probably what most people would prefer anyway. They'd rather hear me than see me. But if I could just hear a chainsaw and not hear me talking, it'd probably be the most pleasing experience, I would say. And chainsaws are loud and annoying, so that doesn't speak very well for me. I mean, you people are mean. I can't believe the things you suggest. Wait a minute, I'm the one that suggested it. Man, hard to believe. Okay, sorry about that. I'm sorry. It's just awful when the content creator berates he berates and belittles and accuses the viewers of talking bad about him and calling him fat and just talking about how funny the guy looks and all that. I mean, you guys, I just can't believe all the things you guys think. It's awful. Wait a minute. I'm the one coming up with these ideas. I don't know. Man, I just can't believe you guys are thinking like that. I can't believe I'm thinking that you guys are thinking like that. Oh, man, that's awful, isn't it? All right, so what do we got? Okay, I got some fuel on this thing. 150 likes. Wow. I can come back to life. Pretty much got the frame cut out around that. That'll make it a little easier to dig that out. I think it'll look pretty cute. Anyway, what do we got? Heck, we got 721 people watching. Hit that like button. I appreciate it. Be sure and subscribe as well. Okay, we'll get her done. to figure out how to go about this now without blocking the camera view. I think I can move it over here a little bit. I want to dig on this side, kind of smooth this side out. That looks all right though. What do you guys think? So you got Mr. Owl and you got Mrs. Owl. And Mrs. Owl's going to be slightly back in a little further than Mr. Owl. And they're looking out the window. You know, they're both looking out the window of their home. This is their home. And you got to be thinking, you know, she's asking him, what's all that noise? Let's give them names, okay? What's all that noise, Bartholomew? Well, Esther, I think it's just a couple mangy cats. Okay. Ooh. If I make you guys laugh, but I make me laugh, and that's what matters. Shapely. He's got a big old chest that makes it easy to understand why she likes him so much. He's built like a brick outhouse. How about that? All right. Okay, there we go. Line that up a little better. What are we up to? 176 likes, man, I'll tell you. Mars face coming out okay. I don't know about her. You know, I got to make her look good, or otherwise he might leave her. You know, make it look like she's at least putting makeup on and getting her hair done and stuff like that. You know, she cares. Maybe she's a little on the bougie side. We'll see how it comes out. Let's hope. For his sake. This off. When I cut that, it's just a little short, and you know, it won't be the greatest, but I'm not the greatest either, so it kind of fits. You know what I mean? You can't expect too much, too little. Anyhow, let's get her done. Let's go ahead and do this, dude. Remember, she's got to be back in there a little bit further than him because she's coming out wanting to know from him what all the commotion's about. So of course, we got to get her back in there. knot there. And I don't know what'll happen. The beak might chip off. It's just hard to say. But that's it. I mean, I'm looking at it from your guys' view, and it kind of looks all right. You know, what are we up to? 208 likes. Wow. All right, we'll take that. Man, you guys are awesome. Wasn't going to be the friendliest about coming out of there, but it did. It came out that way, straight on cut. But I mean, it's starting to come alive. You know, not too bad. It's not too good either, but it's not too bad. All right. Okay, let's keep digging. She's a little wonky, you know, right in here. I don't know. We'll just have to see how. When I look at it on there, it looks really good. When I look at it personally, I just don't think it's as great. You know what I mean? But that's it. Hit the like button and we'll keep on going. How about that? That's a fair trade, I think. his coat on there. He's got a short horn. We'll just say it got bit off in a battle or something, you know. I mean, you can't get everything right. It's just the way it is. At least I can't. Tear it up. Body wise, though, I think they're looking pretty good. Now it's time to do little facial features, and normally I just do like little lines go like that all the way around. And I don't know. I can't even remember if that's what they really look like. But I'm sure they have feathers. They're probably just little feathers, you know. But anyhow, let's give them something. Give them something to talk about. To try to figure out to get in there. Of course, the eye is going to be right there. I'm going to use that same burr we just got done using that using on that elk to do these as well. So let's go ahead and we'll go ahead and give him like some little feather detail on his horn wing feathers. I don't think they're too bad. Now, before I go any further with the rest of this piece, I want to get in their eyes. I could clean up their beaks with the flat disc and all that, but I want to give them their eyes. Because they can see, you can see, I can see, they can see. We're all in a big family of seers, right? Okay. I'm going with this big bird, man. Give them great big eyes. They just look so cute. Let's see what you guys got to say about that. Heck yeah, 225 likes. I appreciate you guys being here. 69 minutes into this journey. Let the smoke clear. tell you what, I got a fan over here. I'm gonna turn it on because that's making me apprehensive having to breathe that crap in. Turn that on and blow the smoke away a little bit. I know it's a little on the noisy side, but we won't need it for very long. Okay. More on that one. All right. Heck yeah. I think by the time I burn him, of course, you got to let that smoke clear. It's ridiculous. I probably should have pointed a fan at it. But that said, they got eyes now. So we got to start working on where are they at? What are they in? And I think I'm going to like take this and kind of cut it back on these sides and then give it bark look. And then maybe like a peeled, you know, on the edges like the bark's gone. You know, we'll try a little bit of that, a little bit at a time. So let's see. And then we'll burn them. I can't wait to burn these guys. I might be so happy with them burnt that I don't do anything but paint the eyes. But let's see. A little bit at a time. Calm down, brother. Calm down. Other than pulling that through, which kind of honestly, by the time I burn it, if I make some lines through and I leave those saw marks there, it's probably going to give it a decent barky look. I don't know, like a real rough bark. But I got this piece here, and I got to dig it out. I got to figure some way to take that out, and I probably just have to work it with the tip of the bar to try to level it. But I don't know. Let's see. Let's figure it out a little bit at a time. But I think if I keep raking that like that, down through here, and then I put some bark lines through, I think that's going to look pretty good. I don't know that. I just think it. I think under the circumstances, the kind of the design, and trying to make that look like tree bark by the time it's all said and done, that's good enough. I can leave that like that. And then I need to work this, and I need to remember at the same time not to hit my jaw vise. So let's see if we can't add some bark to this thing and make it look like something. I guess the first thing I should do is kind of like dig it out a little bit to make this look like this was like a rotty spot or something like that in a tree that they end up making a hole in. But I'm just trying to make it look like that truck is loud. I mean, I'm a quarter mile off the road. You can still hear that. It's loud. Let's give it some. Don't even mess with it. And I know, hey, peekaboo. Hey, you still can't see me. It's dark in there. But that lighting is just right to make that look cool. I think that's really awesome. I can't wait to burn it though, because with burning it, it's really going to look good when I burn it. I didn't know what I did with the fuel when it was right there in front of me. You'll have that one, Stephen. Huh? You guys are going to have to remember these things. I do have a video that's full of like clips and funny stuff that YouTube took out of live streams. And I'm going to put that video out. I may put that video out this weekend. That's what I'm thinking. I'm going to put it out this weekend. But I might have to blackmail you in order for me to put that video out. And if I do that or attempt to do that, I will give you more details then. I don't know. Okay, we'll see. But I do got like a compilation of just recent things that YouTube picked out that they thought was funny. I guess. I mean, whatever. Let's see. Okay. Oh, got it. She's looking good. She's looking bad. She's looking like a goat. All right. She didn't get her fast enough. got like the dead area, and this is real rough, and I'm going to leave it like that. Other than I kind of like take that point out. You can see where it kind of went through there. It don't look that great. We can fix that though. Let's give her some bark. So, I don't know if you've noticed, but this is actually upside down, or this is like a sideways piece. There's bark down here, real bark on the back side of this. And it's kind of an definitely odd piece of wood that I chose to carve. And then on top of that, the way that I carved it was an odd way to carve too. Let's see what we got here. I'm trying to see this. Man, I tell you what, it just sucks getting old and you can't see. 244 likes. That's pretty good. Heck yeah. All right. Let's give him some bark and then we'll burn this dude. That jaw vise. All right, let's put the fire on this baby. See how she looks once we burn it. I'll probably burn the exterior. It's awful wet. I don't know. It shouldn't be that wet because heck, this piece has been around for a long time. But I'll probably burn the exterior like really, really good. I don't know. We'll find out. If it burns easy and fast, it's going to get black. I'm not going to sand the beaks or nothing. I'm just going to paint the eyes. I think it looks good just like that. I mean, I could do a little more detail to it, but I think if I just leave it like that, I'm going to be really, really happy with it. What do you guys think? Let's see. Anybody thinking in here? 630, 215, 255. Heck yeah. Hey, Plywood, thanks for that, buddy. I appreciate it. Hey, John, Plywood, what's going on, guys? Glad to see you. Baby kisses. All right. Heck yeah. Okay, let me unscrew this. We're going to find something else to do. So 630, the land ain't going to be on, I'm guessing, right? That's my understanding. Is the land ain't going to be on today, so let me set these over to the side, and I'll keep going. I'll make something else. I got this big piece over here. I mean, it's wonky, and I just don't know what to do with it, honestly. But I don't have a lot of relief carvings right now. We've sold most of them. Oh, it looks pretty good. Not too good, not too bad. It's very cute. And here's this bark. I need to peel this off. Ah, there we go. Oh, yeah. Heck yeah. Hey, that piece don't want to come off. That's been over there since at least last summer, if not the summer before, in a bunch of pieces of wood. So you look at the back side of it, and you can see it was sideways to begin with, and I took the wider spot, the more centered spot, and that's what I carved to make that. So he come out pretty good. I'm happy with it. All right, let's set it over here with the elk. And so I got this wonky piece. It's been in here for a couple weeks now, that come out of a yellow pine. And it's one I tried to cut it myself, kind of mill it, and it didn't go so good. But it didn't go so bad, but it just didn't go so good. So I don't know. I'm looking at it, and I just don't know what to do. Hey, looky here. You got a little bit of an owl form cut into that back poplar piece. I might be totally wasting my time, your time, everybody's time to even mess with this. But I don't know that. So, all right, let's find out. I have no design. I still don't know what to even put on it, honestly. Oh, barely get it up there. Man, sucks getting old. I'm turning into a sissy. I need to get me a little winch up here, put it above so I can raise stuff up a little easier. And then I'm really, really trying to do a mini skid steer. I've been looking at that versus a tractor, and a tractor just takes up too much space, doesn't have any more lifting capacity, and is a lot more expensive. So a mini skid kind of makes more sense, I think. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe we can make a deer. We can make a deer out of it or something. That wouldn't be bad. I'd have to draw it out though. It'll take me a minute to draw it, but if I ain't got nothing to do, you ain't got nothing to do, we ain't got nothing to do, we can do it. Let's see what you guys got. What are we up to? 259 likes? Yeah, I'd like to get to 300. And I've been on an hour and a half. I don't think I'll get there unless I make something cool. So, you know, you guys are pressuring me to work hard. Can't believe all the pressure you guys put on me. Oh, there we go. Blaming the audience, right? Okay. So, I have made a deer in the past. And I'm going to see if I can kind of recollect it a little. I don't know. I'm trying to do it without a picture, and it's probably going to end up looking more like an antelope with a gimpy antelope. I don't know. Let's see. If I don't like it, I just won't do it. I'll do something else. Yeah, I don't like it. Okay. All right. That was easy. I gotta get out my magic eraser. Hold on a minute. Where's my magic eraser? I got a magic eraser here. This is my magic eraser. Magic flat disc eraser. I don't know what I was thinking, people. I have a great model over here. So, those of you that know me, 2 weeks ago, I shot a deer up here behind the house. And I just got the deer head back yesterday, and I decided I'm just going to do a skull mount with it. So, I cut the skin off of it, and I set it over here in the snow for now. And I got a model. Hold on a second. Let's go get it. Sorry if it grosses you out, but... I'll bet you they don't let me monetize this video over this. I don't know, maybe I shouldn't show you. So, he's getting ready to get a skull mount. You know what I'm saying? That's it. I'm going to do the skull mount. Well, he's still got part of the neck on him. You know what I mean? Anyway, here I am talking about how am I going to do a deer? Of course, he don't have the ears. I don't know. I don't know that part. But let me just set him somewhere. He's been frozen in the snow since yesterday. Let me set him over here. And hey, who does that? Who's got a deer head sitting over in their yard? A real deer head that they can pull out and use it for a model. This guy. Whatever. Okay. All right. Let me set that down and try to imagine that it's got ears. Okay. I could do like a side view. It'd be kind of hard to do a straight on view looking at it though. Let's see. All right. Let me look at that. I might do a straight on view. Man, I don't know. Oh, he looks so happy with no skin. I don't know about this one. Hey, you sit down and shut up. Okay. Man, he's abusive. How am I abusive? He's dead. Maybe that's how I'm abusive. I don't know. So far, this is starting to look more like a devil or something. I don't know. Really weird. Okay. Okay. All right. Usually I like to take my time, draw these kind of things out before we're live, But obviously that wasn't the option today. Okay, let's go with that's got a, and the beam kind of wraps on around and out and in like that. Yeah, we'll make him an 8-pointer. If I make him any bigger, like a 10, it's just more stuff to cut, and I'm just making it harder on myself, right? Yeah, the content creator's lazy. He didn't want to make a 10-pointer. He said it was more work. This is true. All right. So that antler looks all right. I mean, it's not too bad, not too good. Something like that. So, can I make this one somewhat similar, but not the same? Because while they do occur symmetrically from time to time, they most typically seem to have some differences. I'll make this one just a little G2, like really crazy sized on that side. Okay, so the antlers don't look bad. 8-pointer, Now I'm trying to imagine this guy with some ears. I'm telling you, you don't look all that satisfied with me. If you really must know, he's not very happy at all. Okay, are you happy? I'll bet you're going to taste good, though. Of course, we want him to be big enough. His rack is outside of the ears, so I don't get too carried away with the ears. And somebody will say, why do you shoot such a little deer? I don't know. Can't answer that. So it's funny with pressure. When you're doing this stuff, you feel like you got a little pressure, like people are watching you, and you're trying to put it together. Just honestly, you know, that difference in that little bit of pressure can make the whole thing not come out as good, just because you overthink it. And it's hard to not be that way. Oh yeah, about this here. I don't know about this part. We'll see. Hey, if he's a wonky deer, he's a wonky deer. All right, I'll blame my model. Say my model was wonky. Now my marker. And I've got this line dug in here. There's Zach. You can tell it's Hilljack Zach because he's got something under his car, a piece of plastic that he won't take the time to fix it, and it's dragging the ground. Let's kind of go with that for now. I mean, that's a horrible drawing. The antlers are good though, and if I could dig the antlers out, I might be able to feel my way through the rest of it after the fact. I don't think I'm going to punch through, or if I do punch through, I'm not going to punch through yet because I just don't know. I mean, on the head, it's just kind of this weird thing. I don't know. Hey, Zach. Yeah, hey, we were using our model here. See our model? It's a good model for deer. I'm live streaming and I said, who has a dead deer head laying in their yard? Yeah, whatever. Hey, you would be a nice guy to bring me a beer, would you? I don't know, probably not. See if you get Mom to do it. Alright, let's carve him. Let's at least draw the antlers out. Cut the antlers out and go from there and see what we got. I'm just not super confident about this drawing. Hey, Miss Francis, how you doing? Heck yeah. Alright, let's do it. Because I'm wanting to get to 300 likes today. It's just not very, and then on top of that, I got that line. I got to dig back in that line. I don't know what I'm thinking here. antlers. The antlers look all right, I think, you know. I mean, of course, I got to dig, you know, like this one should overlap that one and stuff like that, but just a little bit at a time. I'm just going to try to pull this dude out. I don't want to go through. I just want to pull him out. And I guess we'll see what happens. Not too bad. Not too good either, but not too bad. You know what I mean? Coming along, you know. I mean, the thing I'm going to have to deal with is how far back am I going to have to pull this in order to get rid of that line, or I might even just leave the line, fill it with dust, and come back and do it later. I don't know, but what I do know is now I'm starting to dig that out. I'm starting to dig it more. Can you dig it? What are we up to? 276 or 78 likes. Heck yeah. Hey, yeah, 78. Okay, all right, we'll take that. All right, let's dig a little more of him out. what I'm going to do. I'm going to take sawdust and pack it in there with glue and fill that line in, and come back and finish the face after the fact. Let that dry. But let's keep digging this thing out. It's looking pretty cool. That and you're like, well, how did he know to do that? If he hit that, that pizza's gonna pop out there. Well, because I keep doing it. I mean, I just keep practicing it, and you just keep trying to cut that in there, standing here. I mean, I might have to get on a ladder, or actually, I got my, I got a 12-inch round here that I use to lift up round. So let's see if I can. side. The one side's completely dug out. And so I'll work on the other. I guess I can start with the neck here or over on this side. And that's how I think I'm just, when looking at this, I'm like, I don't know what else to do to that except for what I said. I'm going to fill it full of sawdust. And yeah, I think it'll work out pretty good. Worst thing that happen is it doesn't work out pretty good. You know what I mean? But whatever. Tell you what, there's an issue. So there's like bark in here. It's like a weird spot. And coming through that, yeah. And that ear, I can move it. And the only way I can keep that from chipping off is if I glue it. So if I do that too, then I won't have to worry about that. I can still go ahead and cut it out there. I just got to remember that I got to be careful there. This bark looking stuff, I don't know, it may just be sap and it's just real dark, but I don't think so. I think it's part of like an outer layer weird thing that was going on between these two trees that were coming together. But I hit these little pockets of it, and you know, it's softer in there. Like this here, I'll have to glue that to keep it from popping off. But anyhow, I can keep going. He's all right. He's not great. He's never going to be great because I'm not. Hey, we're 3 likes away from 300. It'd be nice. I think I'm going to think about them eyes for a while. But the antlers, kind of digging the antlers out, smoothing these, rounding them. I can do that now. Trying to squeeze as much out of that thing as I possibly could before I had to stop with it. I'm going to dump some fuel in it and clean these antlers up a little bit. I'm having a good time. Can't complain. It's kind of a long day, you know what I mean? Because work day, you work and then you come out here and do this stuff and it, you know. But anyhow, hey, we got 302 likes. I can't complain about that, can I? Where's the fuel? There it is. I appreciate you guys being here. That's really cool. And I don't know how long I'm going to be able to make it, but I'll just figure a little bit longer anyway. Don't know what happened to DeLand tonight, and hope he's doing okay. Pretty nice guy, pretty funny. It's a pretty good show when they have it. But I think I'm going to put out that video this week from where the highlights. It's just picked up crazy things I've said. And I'm going to put that out because I think you guys get some laughs. I just threw in some, just some stuff that just happened. Things that we said while we were, just carving. It wasn't nothing planned or anything like that. It's just the way it went, right? That's what she said. Let's go! And I gotta be, remember, I gotta be real careful around that ear. That's gonna have to have some, in fact, look at that. That's like 2 different pieces now. So I'm about to glue that, fill that with sawdust, and glue it to do do the nose and the mouth and bring that down. So I'm kind of thinking about the eyes. What can I do to kind of bring that back, bring that out? I ought to kind of recess them just a little bit, dig them in there. I don't know. That's not too bad though. Considering I just threw it together on a live stream. I keep messing up them eye sockets. I don't know why I keep messing with them. There should be more out here on the edges, and I just keep bringing them in more and more and more. I don't know. I need to stop and draw it out. That's what it is. But anyway, hey, at least he's got a hairy chest. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I know enough to know that I don't know. I know I did something with that goofy piece of wood that I didn't know what I was going to do with, you know, but it wasn't very well planned at the same time. Oh, come on. Yeah, Hill Jack Zach was nice enough to bring me out I asked him to bring me a beer. He said, okay. Let's see what you guys got to say. Hey, Miss Francis. Heck yeah, baby kisses. Hey, Ray, what's going on, buddy? Glad to see you. Heck yeah, I hope you guys are doing good. Hey, I appreciate that, Miss Francis. I just kind of playing around a little bit at a time, you know. Don't really know what I'm doing with this one yet. But I know I took that wonky piece of wood and I made something. Yeah, write something above it, baby kisses. Yeah, it could be. Yeah, that's not a bad idea, really. The elk come out good. I think he looks great. He's a side piece. Not too bad at all. I even got 51 rubies. Heck yeah. And the owls. I think the owls look pretty good too. I think they come out pretty good. But heck yeah, that's what I got. Hey, LJ, what's going on, man? Appreciate that. I'll tell you what, guys, I'm hungry. And so I'm not going to be able to stay around. I appreciate that, baby kisses. I'm not going to be able to stay around that long. I want something to eat. You know what I mean? I got to eat. But that's what we got. Hopefully somebody else will jump on there and do something since, hey, baby kisses, say, oh, rub it in. I'm eating. Oh, that's funny stuff. Come back. You got it right, Billy. All right, guys. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to go in and eat. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me and working on these 2 pieces that came out good. And this one that's TBA, man. TBA. Heck yeah. You got her, LJ. I appreciate that, buddy. All right. I'll leave you guys alone. We don't know about tomorrow yet. Saturday, I think so for sure. Oh, come on, Miss Francis. Rubbing it in. And pizza. Man. All right. Hey, but do you have a nice cold Miller Lite? I'll bet you got wine or something. I don't know. Anyhow, it is what it is. All right, guys. Well, hey, I appreciate y'all sticking with me for 2 hours and 15 minutes, basically, it looks like. And hey, we got our likes, man. 308 likes. I appreciate that. All right, guys. Y'all know the drill. Come back when you can stay.